Hi, this is Omar Sultan from Cisco. Welcome to another Blogger Tech Minute, and we are here at VMworld 2010 in cold, freezing San Francisco, which is what you expect in the summertime here. I'm here with my usual compatriots, Ernesto Tay from VMware and Brian Gracely from Cisco. So, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So, this is kind of the day of anticipation, right? A lot of the announcements and those kinds of things we expect tomorrow, but we still had some good interaction. From my perspective, the show seems even bigger than before, Ernesto, which I think you guys got to be really jazzed about.
Yeah, so very excited, 16,000 and change.
Wow.
So for all the customers that are here, we want to thank you. This is by far our biggest VMworld ever.
Cool.
And we've also seen not just the server apps guys, but also to benefit on the Cisco side. We've seen a lot of the networking folks also coming in, and there's been seeing as to where they are today versus where they were 2-3 years ago based on the joint solutions we've developed.
Yep.
It's been really exciting. Some really good stuff happened today.
Cool, that's a great point. I spent a lot of today talking with customers and doing briefings, and really two things that I noticed. One, we have customers doing a lot more interesting things, right? The ones that have been doing this for 2-3 years are really starting to get comfortable, be much more sophisticated, and really push the boundaries of the technology, and I think they'll be very happy with some of the announcements they'll hear, both from Cisco and VMware over the next couple of days. The other thing which I thought was even more interesting is we're starting to get a whole second wave of folks in that are newbies to virtualization, maybe because they're seeing their compatriots doing it, or just there's enough critical mass in the enterprise around this. But I just came from a meeting where we have a customer who has a bunch of apps running on RISC servers, and they're looking to come up with a roadmap to migrate those to a virtualized x86 environment. So I think that's kind of cool. Is we're starting to see folks that traditionally may not have looked at VMware as a part of their long-term broad-based strategy, starting to say, you know what, it makes sense to start collapsing my infrastructure into a, more of a modular platform across all my compute requirements. Brian, what have you been seeing?
So I'm seeing a lot of the same things. I think we're seeing, I mean, you can almost think of it as like sort of virtualization 2.0. You're seeing that next big wave of, like you said, new people. You're seeing people that are looking at more advanced tools to kind of control sprawl and be able to move things faster. And I think we're starting to see a lot of customers who are willing to come forward and are really proud of what they've been doing. So we're seeing a lot of customer references. We're seeing a lot of customers that are doing much bigger than they were a year ago. So it's sort of that next phase, and I think the number of people that are here sort of represent that pretty well.
Cool. So I know both of you usually up to your elbows in VCE stuff. So what's happening on the VC front?
So we have so this year at VMworld we have VC as a standalone entity in the actual show floor, so folks that are on site can stop by and actually see a living, breathing V block on the show floor. The other good thing is we've, based on some of the work that Cisco and VMware have done around the 1000B or the UCS platform, we're actually to have some very interesting use cases scenarios. And the foundation piece of what we think on the VC Coalition is promoting is the journey to the private cloud. We see that as a key component, and the realization of those customers that are doing the 2.0 wave who might have been doing virtualization in a smaller area are now looking at ways to drastically accelerate their journey to the private cloud, and I think VC is going to be one of the key highlights in enabling that to happen.
Yeah, I think I kind of see. I mean, you spend a lot of time talking to customers even outside of this venue, right? So what are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing them coming to us with sort of ideas for ways they want to change their business that we didn't necessarily expect outside of traditional use cases. So that's cool for the folks that are new to this stuff. There are some, obviously the labs are massive, so there are, about 480 different labs. If you want to go to the real structured labs, if you want to do some stuff around VCE, the EMC booth guys have sort of a mini version of hands-on labs that have vBlock and layer 2 VMax and vMotion and some stuff like that. So there's some very, very cool things if you're new to this or if you want to do some very advanced stuff. So good for everybody.
Cool. I think we'll wrap it up for right now. I think must-see events for tomorrow, Paul Moritz at 9 a.m. and Ed Bugnon at 11. And we'll chat with you same time tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks.